Now I'm going to show you some real life examples of how this chord formation will take place in a certain key or chord name. So let me go and write the chord out again, or the scale, major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not even going to write 14 because 14 is the same as 7 and it doesn't go any higher than 13. So let's say I want to play a chord. Let's see. Let's do a C major 9 chord. C major 9. C major 9 uses 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, which is the same as 2. But now that we have actual chord name with this location, it's in, the root is on C, we have to go and, if you want the note names, if you actually want the note names, we have to go and number this to line with the C major scale. So it'd be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So a C major 9, you would actually use the notes 1, which is a C, 3, which is an E, 5, which is G, 7, which is a B, and 9, which is a D. These 5 notes played together will be a C major 9 chord. And from the last video, if you had to omit one of these notes, you can omit the G because that's the 5 and that's one of the first notes to be omitted. And you can just play C, E, B, D, and you would have a C major 9 chord. And as far as which octaves you play these notes, like do you play C, E, the E 2 notes higher than C, G 2 notes higher than that? Well, as I explained in one of my other videos, the way you, or the locations you play these notes on the piano or guitar will determine what's called the voicing of the chord. And technically, as long as these 5 notes are played together, you're playing a C major 9, but choosing different voicings will make them sound either better or worse. And you can get really creative. And that's the cool thing about chord formation, is when you're reading notation, it tells you exactly what voicings to play, each chord. But when you're reading chord charts, there is some freedom for you to be creative in how do you voice it. And the more experience you have playing chords, voicing is everything. That will determine how great a chord sounds versus how just it doesn't really sound very good. Let me give you another example. Let's say we were playing, here we go, a G. Let's go major 7 chord. And I want to stay on the majors for now because once you get into the minor chords, dominant chords, you have to do a little adjusting with this. It gets a little more complex, and I'll explain that in the next video on chords. So G major 7 includes the notes 1, 3, 5, and 7. But remember, now you have everything that's created in the G major scale because the location is a G. So I would have to go and change these. So all these notes would change. And then I would have to go create the G major scale, and that would be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, back to G, A, B, C, D, E. And so in order to play a G major 7, you would play the notes, just as simple as aligning here. G, 3 is a B. 5 is a D. 7 is F sharp. So I hope that all makes sense in, both a number format and an actual example of finding a chord and using this number system here and what I showed you about chord formation to be able to actually get the note names to be able to play on your instrument, if that's how you tend to think best. What I've done is I don't even think of the note names anymore on both piano, guitar, bass. It's just I've learned the number system. I've created a number system scale, and I just find what those notes are, and using my ear, I just go and figure out how to play that. I have one of my former videos on, I think it's called playing chords on the guitar, will give you some demonstrations and examples of that.